Well, for more, we can speak to France 24's Oliver Farry in Hong Kong. Oliver, just a few days to go before the start of the Beijing Winter Olympics. How's this resolution likely to go down in mainland China?
Well, judging by Beijing's reactions to previous similar resolutions passed by other parliaments across the world, such as Canada, the United States, the UK and the Netherlands, it will not go down well at all. They will be very unhappy. China has reacted to those previous resolutions quite aggressively in defending itself. The resolution itself probably will not carry a great amount of diplomatic or legal weight. We have to remember that only 175 members of the 577 in the National Assembly turned out to vote. So China probably will point to that as well in undermining the validity of it. And certainly Emmanuel Macron, the French president, is probably not going to feel terribly pressured by it either. It's certainly going to have no bearing on France's attendance at the Beijing Winter Olympics. Macron last month said that France would not join a diplomatic boycott, and that's not necessarily because it agrees with China on everything, but rather because it's in a rather difficult situation, because France, of course, hosts the next Winter Olympics in 2 years' time in Paris, and a similar reason why Italy is not joining the Winter Olympics. It is hosting the next Winter Olympics. It will not be, boycotting the Winter Olympics. It's hosting the next ones in 2026.
Yeah, and tell us more about these claims, what's led to these claims of genocide against the Uyghur people, Oliver?
Well, human rights groups and a number of Western governments in particular have accused the Chinese of genocidal policies against the Uyghurs, who are a Muslim minority in the western Xinjiang region of China. They're a Turkic people. They have for long had a very difficult relationship with Beijing. The current accusations stem from 2014, when Xi Jinping's government allegedly began to forcibly incarcerate a large number of Muslims. It's now estimated at about 1 million. Generally, anyone with any signs of devoutness could land themselves behind bars. Now, China says that this is not actually incarceration, but rather they are involved in vocational training to wean them off radicalism. Xinjiang has had a problem with separatist Islamist groups. There were a number of bombings over the last 30 years, and there were 3 in particular in 2014 that no doubt sparked this current drive. Beijing denies that there is any genocidal intent or acts going on, though that has been borne out by a number of leaks from official documents that have found their way into the Western press. And it has to be said as well that Beijing has not always given the most robust rebuttals of Western countries, by pointing out that the likes of the United States and Australia should rather focus on their own genocidal policies towards indigenous people, which, when you think about it, is not exactly the most forcible denial. But certainly Beijing will continue to maintain that it is not engaged in genocide in Xinjiang, and a lot of Western countries will quite strongly disagree with them on that.